This area was used by the Native Americans for their villages. Originally, it would have just been summer villages. Gradually, they moved more to the shoreline and established more permanent villages in this area. This is actually our 100th year anniversary of Hammonasset this year, so we're very excited. We're not able to do all the things we wanted to do, but that's a really neat thing. Hammonasset is one of the most valuable properties that in the state park system. All the parks are unique for one reason or another, but the way Hammonasset is situated along the coast of Connecticut with Long Island as a buffer and Long Island Sound, that just makes this a really unique environment. There's a really large salt marsh. About 500 acres of the park is a salt marsh, and 500 acres are public accessible areas. So it's a really unique place. You don't have open spaces like this along Connecticut where you can observe the wildlife the way you can here. We try and focus on Connecticut species. So when you visit the Nature Center, you're going to find things that you can see within the state. Lots of reptiles and amphibians, so we've got snakes and turtles and frogs. A couple of birds, we've got some bird aviaries, so there's some birds which you may be able to hear occasionally. We've got lots of fish, so because we're a shoreline park, we really focus on the fish. We've got lobsters and crabs and striped bass, all kinds of wonderful species. There are about 400 animals in the building, and it's about 40 species of local wildlife. There are 4 different spaces within the Nature Center. When you first walk in, you're in the airspace, which is all about the birds, anything that can fly. Then we've got the woods room. That's where most of our reptiles and amphibians are. And it's sort of like entering a forest. There's actually some trees in there, so you really feel like you're in a forest. This is the beach room. This was actually designed just to be the place where we do birthday parties and big lectures, but it turned into sort of an exhibit space on its own with some geology and history here. And then the water room is really the heart of the whole building, and the center of that heart is our observation tank. It's just like a big bubble of water right in the middle of the room. And all of these experiences, they're supposed to be immersive experiences. So you feel like you're underwater when you're in the water room. You feel like you're at the beach when you're in this room. And that's our goal, is for you to feel like you're in the place where those animals would be found in the wild. The snakes are always really popular. For most people, there's always going to be a group that don't like the snakes. The blue jays are super popular all the time. People love the blue jays. And then the observation tank with the lobster in it, that one. We do programs where people can actually touch the animals in that room. So it's a toss-up between those 3 as to which draws the most people. Hello my friends, it's Ranger Russ from the Meigs Nature Center. Got a really special bird this morning. This is a sandhill crane. It looks like it's walking right over to me. I had the suggestion from my wife that why don't you just do Facebook Live programs? So that Tuesday we started doing Facebook Live programs. We've reached 100,000 people with the first video. Oh, awesome. That was so cool. The other day I did 27,000 with a video. So it was a really drastic change. We had talked about doing more online programming. It just forced us to do it instantly. And we went from 0 to 100 miles an hour overnight, and we haven't slowed down. I feel like they're more popular than ever, and I love doing it. I'd rather be interacting with the public. That's the thing that I really miss about Having the building shut down, we don't have that direct interaction. But Facebook Live gives me the opportunity to answer questions while I'm talking about a subject, and that helps direct where a program's going. All right, if anybody wonders if I enjoy my job, this is going to show you how much I love my job, because I get to do this with two of the most friendly, intelligent, fun birds you could be around. We're encroaching on wildlife all the time. I really look at it as we're living in their space rather than them living in ours. And if we're going to live with them, we need to learn how to deal with them. The biggest thing is knowledge. You're not afraid of things that you're aware of, that you know about. And the more you learn about wildlife, the less you're going to be afraid of the wildlife.